What's going on, guys? Klutch here with your Modhub update for Farming Simulator 19. We got 3 new mods in the Modhub and 1 new map. Now, 2 of the mods, not the map of course, are available for all platforms. So Fendt, the egg cart, and the map are available for all platforms: Xbox, PlayStation 4, and PC Mac. This tractor over here, it is PC only right now, PC Mac only. So let's start with that and get it out of the way. This here is the Landini Legend. This is a medium-sized tractor. Its base is $110,000 and it has about 140 horsepower. It is upgradable to 180 horsepower, which goes for upwards of 125,000. It does have a few options on it. Number one, well, you can see we've got a front loader option attached to it right now. So that's one of the bigger options, of course. It has the standard tire arrays that are available, from wides to skinnies to doubles. We'll take a look at that in a second. And as well, you have a weight option, so you can see we've got actually a larger weight on the front here. I can't remember the exact specs on it. We'll take a look once we go into the store. There are no color options, however, so this blue that you get, that is the only option you have with this particular tractor. Let's jump over to the store and take a quick look. So like I said, the front weight configuration starts with a 500 kilogram front weight. We can bump that up to 800 if we so desire. That goes for an extra 500 bucks. Wheel setups, you got your wides, your narrows. The narrows look actually kind of funny on this. It reminds me a little bit of the Ford that I've been using. You've got your twin rears and twins all around. I believe that's it. There's no wheel weights, no wheel weight options on this, just wides and twins. And then if we scroll on down to the engine, so you can see 140 horsepower, 160 and 180, which is a $15,000 premium. And then our front loader attachment. So all in, we're at 133,000. Base price is 110,000. That is the Landini Legend. Next up, we have the Vario 900. Now, I've got a few of the 900 series Fendts. This one's actually really quite nice. There's a couple different coloring options, of course. You can see here, we've gone with more of a blue style rather than the green, and the rims are obviously colorable as well. Now, there's not a whole gamut, it's just the standard Fendt colorings. Just be aware of that. So your base horsepower is 305 horsepower. This sells for, the base price is 272,000. However, there's quite a few options as far as, well, we can upgrade quite a few things on this. For one, well, the wheels, of course, there's a couple options there. We're running with just the wheel weights right now. We, of course, have options for doubles. We'll go through that in a second. You have an option for this front grille can be changed as well. I do love how the Fendts do this kind of see-through grille up front. That looks so cool. You do have options as well. The beacons up on the roof, that is customizable. You can see we've got both. You don't need to put them both up there. You can change it up. And as well, let me just jump in here. You can see the steering wheel moves there. This screen on our right changes depending on which model we go for. So I'll show that to you once we go into the store. But it's kind of interesting that this screen is kind of customizable a little bit. It changes depending on exactly which model you end up going for. So we'll double check that once we get over in the store as well. So like I said, there's quite a few options as far as engines go. 305 horsepower is the base, but as we start working our way up, 325, 366, 386, 396, 426, I think that's it right there, 426. So you're getting a premium of almost $50,000 on top of that just to go with that larger engine, which is over 100 horsepower more. But what else is interesting, if I can look inside the cab here, as we swap through, you can see that that screen is changing back and forth between 2 different screens depending on which model you have. If you have the Profi model or if you have the Power model. I just thought that was interesting. Anyways, so other than that, so our base price was 272,000. Let's see how much we can get this thing up to. Our design option, you can see we can change the front grille to, well, a design line. It's just white. You can still see through it though. That's kind of cool. Our design, that's our lights up on top, our beacon lights. We can go 0, 1, 2, or none. We'll put them both on for now. And that is it for our options there. There's one more. Where am I looking? Oh, wheels. There we go. So as for wheels, we have Trelleborg, Michelin, Midas. That's your standard affair there. Do these ones have any other options? They do too. Look at that. I don't usually see the Midas that have the options of going with twins. That's kind of nice. Now, you don't really have a ton of options with this. You have the wides with weights, and twins, and that goes for the same with the Trelleborg. I didn't try the Michelins. Are they the same? Yeah, they are the same. So all 3 options, all 3 tire options have just the 3 main styles: so wides, tire weights, and twins. No other options available. No rear twins only or anything like that. Just be aware of that. I do like the twin Michelins. Those look good. Now, as for colorings, like I said, there are a couple of options. It's not the whole gamut. There we go for your the main body colorings. So you have the 4 main standard colorings of green available for Fendt. You have that one blue that we had with our one on display, and then of course the black. And then the same with the rims. You have a couple beige, Schwartz. Ooh, Schwartz, I like that. So you do have a few options there. You're going to max out $324,000. This is a large tractor, like I said, guys, 426 horsepower. That's quite a bit. Not bad for 327,000. And our last mod is, well, the egg pallet. You got it right here now. I shouldn't be able to pick this up, but yeah, the egg pallet. So it's, as you can see, it's empty right now because, well, I haven't filled it. So I've been messing around with these quite a bit over the last while. It's nice to see them finally in the mod hub, so we got a very stable version. There was one that I had that wasn't so stable. This one here looks like it seems to be working just the way you'd expect, which is awesome. So that one is empty. So you'd buy this pallet at the store. It would spawn at the store once you purchase, and you bring it back to your farm. And once you have it, you place it down in where your eggs would usually gather. And now what it'll do is your eggs will gather inside the crate. That's perfect. So now they're all gathered in one spot. It will hold, I believe it's 16 of the boxes of eggs. And then once it's filled, you can take this to your store, sell it off. Now they say that this is reusable, so we're going to test it out. It should stay inside. It should just sell the eggs and not the pallet at all. So we should be able to bring this back and use it again. Find out for sure and we'll see what happens. And while we make our way over to the sell point for our eggs, I just wanted to show off a little bit of Osina Map. We're not doing a full walkthrough of this, just a quick first look. So this is a Polish map, or a recreation of a Polish area, I guess. It offers 54 different fields. It has operable gates, 8 sell points. Actually, it's 56 fields, I guess. There's 4 meadow areas that I kind of always forget to count on that. Has a sawmill, of course, as well. It has a forestry area up off the one side. It's just a very detailed map in the town site here, as you can kind of see. Where is this green bar? I gotta figure out where I'm going here. I'm not quite sure what this guy is doing there. Looks like he's just kind of hanging out. Now, I need to figure out where the sell point is. Since it does have 8 different sell points, I just gotta make sure I figure out exactly which one is which in here. There's quite a few. They're all kind of jumbled up in the main town area. And there's the main sell point I'm looking for right here, apparently. Wow, alright. So this here is the egg sell point. So we're going to go and just put our eggs down and see what happens here. I'm curious. If I pick this up, place those down, and our eggs are gone. Wow, that's slick. We can now take our egg pallet and bring it back to our own farm. Alright, that works out exactly how you'd expect it to. I'm actually pretty happy with this one. Now, as for the price, the pallet goes for $1,000. A little on the expensive side as far as I'm concerned. But it goes for $1,000. It is reusable, so that's always nice. And it holds 16 boxes of eggs. And as for the map itself, you can see we've got some pretty tight roads through the main town area right here. This here is one of the sell points. This is the supermarket sell point. And you're going to find this old chap here in a number of different locations. He's kind of located, well, all over the place. Kind of makes me laugh a little bit. So there's 8 different sell points, but they're all located right in this area. Let's bring up the map quickly. As you can see, everything is located down in this centralized area here. This here is our main farm area. Everything else is kind of located in town right here. And then the fields are all off to the west. Some larger fields, some good sized forestry area off to the far west side. Pretty cool. And up at the top you have just a cenotaph, it looks like, up at Wasser there. Biogas plant as well, of course. You start with a pig pen. And as well I believe it's cattle pen. Those are the only 2. I've added the chicken coop in just so we can mess with that a little bit there. So that's the only options really available with that. Let's go take a quick look at our farm. So your main farm area is right in here. It's actually very nice looking by comparison to the rest of the map. It looks very clean. This here is your main house. The front door does have a trigger for sleep. And then you have a couple barns and sheds in the area. I don't know if this one opens. I haven't tested this. No, I don't think that one opens up. But this one here for sure does. There it goes. I was like, I know it does open. You can see here we have a fairly large open barn area. For our harvesters, you have another shed right there, of course. Another shed right here with some more equipment that spawns in here to start with. And then across the back, we have our silo, should be right there. So it's a little bit of a different silo, just with the fact that it's got this kind of shed over top of it. Looks good. And at the very back, we have another shop area. And our pig area, I believe, is right behind me. Here's our pigsty right here, so that's the manure pit. And inside here, we have obviously all the food and water areas for our pigs. And if we open up the other side, all our trigger points are right here. We even have a manure pit, which we can kind of crawl down to if you're really into that kind of thing. I'm out. Our farm out the main gates we looked at there. Just kind of wrap around a corner and head back down this road. This leads us right back into town. Now you'll notice there is no traffic on this map. That is one of the things I did notice right off the bat, but this here is where all our sell points are. So once again, we're back into the main part of town. This here is where we sold our eggs. And right in here, you're going to find an absolute ton of sell points. So you've got even a lumber mill at the back here. I think there's a hay barn right there. I believe that's what that one is. There's a ton of different sell points in here as well. Absolute ton. So you have to figure out which ones you want to go to from that. But that is the main town site. Now if we scooch up this road, which one is it? I think it's this one up here. The main road. This one is the one I'm thinking of right here. This leads up to our BGA. And we scooch around. And here we go. Here's our main BGA. So that is the other sell point technically right there. That's a nice little, looks like a little freshwater pond almost, but I don't think it'd be fresh water. And one other thing to make note of on this map is just the way the hills in these fields roll. There's definitely some elevation changes that could challenge you a little bit. I'm just looking through some of these fields and these valleys. There's definitely some good elevation changes that happen. That's pretty cool. Now I scroll back on top. Now we're getting over to the far end. If I scroll all the way over, we'll hit one of the larger fields on the far side here, and then we'll be going into our forestry area. We'll just quickly take a look at that. So if you take the long road that kind of goes around the outside of this large field here, you're going to run into the logging camp area. Actually kind of dense in here. Very cool. Don't think I've seen quite this dense of an area. Nice tracked mud areas. And then if we get up in top here, I believe it clears and opens up. There we go. So you can put a bit of a logging camp right in the back here if you'd like. And that's where you do your logging. And the last thing I want to mention on this map that I found kind of interesting is when you're buying certain fields, you end up buying more than one. So for instance, I just selected 25. It's telling me I need to buy 37 along with it. 31, 24 is purchased along with it. 32 is purchased on its own. So some of the fields, I don't even know which ones are which. They make you buy several fields at the same time. I don't know what the reason is for that. So 1 and 2 are bought together. That makes sense. But these ones here are all kind of purchased separately. Look at that though. 16, 17, and 11 is one parcel group. That kind of makes sense still. But over here, why do I need to purchase both of these at the same time? I don't know. And that's $225,000. Just a little bit on the strange side. Anyways, I thought that was fascinating, so I thought I'd point it out to you guys. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for your Mod Hub update today. Like I said, we got 3 new mods, 1 new map. Only one of those mods is PC only. The rest are for all platforms. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to be kept up to date with all things Farm Simulator related. And we will see you guys next time. This is Klutch. Over and out.